Today, I'm welcoming you to the LFO experience, Love, Forgiveness, and Oneness. Today, we have a special guest, Lori Nielsen, who is a master of Christology, an Inca shaman, an energy healer, and crystal energy educator in Salt Lake City, Utah. I would like to welcome you today, Lori. Thank you for being here with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
That's great. We're excited to have you. And we're also going to have you participating and doing some of your work in the upcoming LFO experience in Bountiful, Utah on March 22nd. And we're really excited to have you. Can you tell us what kind of work you'll be able to do there for us?
Well, I've been talking a lot about crystal energy and the way that crystals can help us to evolve on many different levels. You know, they're not just the pretty things that we, think of when we look at them and we want to hold them or we want to buy them and have them in our houses, but they are really great for healing and for actually our spiritual evolution as well. So I'll be talking about some practical ways that we can use those in our everyday life for things like that.
Would you suggest if the people at the LFO experience are going to be working or listening to this, should they bring some crystals or to work with?
I typically will ask people to, if they bring a crystal, because crystals are really good at recording and saving information. So if you, for anything that's initiatory or, classes or lessons or anything that you want to be able to save or refer back to the information, I generally have people encourage them to bring one that they can, intend to have it save the information. So yes, they can do that, and I will be able to help them to practice how to imbue the crystal with your intention to help it function and work with you and for you. So absolutely, if they'd like to bring a crystal or two, something that is small enough and practical enough to carry in your pocket, or even if it's jewelry that you wear on your person, that will be sizable enough for you to work on something to do with personal mastery, something to help you out. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And so in reading some of your information, I understand that they help us explore the natural world too, because it's a part of nature. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Sure. Well, as we know, crystals and stones are part of the mineral kingdom. They do come out of the earth, so they're natural geological formations. And so as far as when we think of some of the great gurus and yogis and wisdom keepers throughout time, they were people that all understood natural law. And so in order to understand natural law, that's the fundamental understanding of nature. And so just as we feel connected to going out camping or being out in nature on hikes or walks, so too the crystals and minerals can help us to establish that connection with nature if we can't even get out into it. So they can teach us about natural law, and they can help us establish a connection with Mother Earth.
Oh, okay. Even if you're not out in nature, you can create that connection in your own space, which helps.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then also, okay, so I understand they hold a blueprint of our higher consciousness, certain crystals, or is that all crystals?
Mostly the clearer ones, like quartz, for instance, because quartz is clear. It conducts all of the colors of the light spectrum through it. And so for that reason, color is information, essentially. So all information is able to pass through or be integrated within quartz crystal. And so the blueprint for consciousness, though, is that there's a big spiritual and a big spiritual connection and things that crystals can help us with in that regard that most people aren't aware of, or they don't seem to connect with that. And the blueprint they hold is that it's alchemical, it has to do with quantum physics, and it has to do with scientifically proven interaction with our own brain waves and thoughts. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give the spoiler on the show.
Okay.
But yeah, just to give you a little teaser there, I'll be able to go into a little more depth. But yeah, there were ancient masters and civilizations that used quartz crystals to manifest things from zero, from nothing, into physical form. And were used for transportation and for, really amazing things, and to affect consciousness. So within that, we have crystal, the higher vibration, so they work by entrainment. And so higher vibrational beings or information or masters can, like angels, it's easier for them to put information into our crystals that we can then entrain to, versus them appearing to us physically in the physical plane to talk to us and have a conversation. And so there's a teaser.
That is a teaser, because it was something I was going to ask you. Similar was like, and I think maybe you're already kind of teasing with this, but with this multi-dimensional, openings and things like that, the crystals would be a big part of that, I'm sure. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And when you think of crystals, just even today in traditional everyday use, they're used in our computers, they're used in laser technology, radar, sonar, so they're used in our computers. They hold so much information. A tiny bit has so much memory. So in that regard, there's so much that they can do to assist us evolve on that spiritual level, and even help us physically to remove lower vibration out of our body. And typically disease is that lower vibration. And even lower thought forms like, depression and things like that can all be kind of moved out of the body through the use of crystals.
Oh, wow. And so this is some of the stuff that you are going to be sharing with us at the LFO Experience, correct?
Yes, I'll be presenting it in a more roundabout way with, a lot more time to explain how it works. And hopefully, my intent is to get people excited about using their crystals and, knowing that they're not just pretty things to look at on the shelf. You can actually, they can be tools and big helpers in your evolution and in creating, a more harmonic vibration within your home and your living environments. And just there's so many ways they can be used. So, hopefully everyone will walk away with a lot more excitement and some tools in their toolkit to use.
I'm
and ideas, to use them.
I'm excited. I can't wait to have you go over this stuff with us. So tell us, where did you get your training on this?
It's kind of threefold. I did go and get certified in Melody. She's a lady, very famous author that wrote Love is in the Earth. So being a master of Christology is her curriculum, taught through her and her teachers. So there was that. But before I even went there, I knew tons about crystals. I had spent years self-taught on the internet. Just, I had a lot of free time. I was able to surf the net and learn and pick up. And then that kind of sparked my own inner awakening as well, too. And so I have an understanding of crystals that kind of, like, it doesn't quite, there's nobody that understands it, or it doesn't fit into any scientific models right now, my particular understanding. So I will probably end up having to write a book about it too, help people understand it. But so I have an ancient memory of how they were technologically used in ancient civilizations. So now it's bringing that information back to today's world so that we can use it in a practical form in what way we can. We're still not advanced and evolved enough to master them in the way that they're intended to be used, but there's still a lot we can do with them. So my training came from, my inner information, the Master of Christology, and then again a lot of hours, and that really accumulated into years of self-taught and self-learning online.
Oh, wonderful. And you're also an Inca shaman, it sounds like.
Yes, I am. So the shamanic is really interesting stuff, and it allows, shamans are known to traverse other dimensions to find the healing, to find the truth. It is believed that here in the 3D, we don't have access to, we're not in a 100% truth realm. So shamans will use, the portal of their heart and traverse to other dimensions to bring through the gifts, the lost information, the truth, the healing that people need. And so consequently, that is an avenue that I use as well in crystal healing, to go through and bring forth gifts to help in helping people personally when I do sessions with them as well, too.
And so you do sessions out of Salt Lake City? Is that where you do your sessions out of?
Yes, the Inca shamanism can be done over the telephone, which is really wonderful because the energy is the same. I can still tap into a person's energy. It's like quantum, so, energy is everywhere, and we can connect no matter where. So I do phone sessions quite often, and as far as physical crystal healing work, people come to me directly in Salt Lake City, and there's a couple of places I work out of and do classes and education out of, and also through my home.
Okay, well, we could put your phone number on the website, and also if you want to give us the phone number, you could have people call that wanted to do maybe a session with you over the phone or something. We can put that online too.
That'd be wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and give us the phone number if you want to put it out there.
Okay, so my phone number, if you want to contact me for a session or for more information, it's 801-688-9629. So 801-688-9629. And if you want to read more about the shamanism or the things that I do with crystals, my website, should I say that now or say that? Okay. The website is thecrystalcoach.com.
Okay, crystalcoach.com. Okay, so people can find you there and set up sessions and talk to you. And what would, say, an experience be for the shaman experience? Say if I were the caller, what would I just ask you some questions or what I was going through, or you would tap into something and just tell me information? Is that what a session would look like?
Sessions work how they can work in any number of ways. Typically, I want to put you in the driver's seat. You're the one calling the shots. You're in control. So I will ask you, when we open up the 4 directions on a call, it brings in the best of your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. And in that vortex of space that's in no time and space, I can speak with them. And what I do is I bring through sacred geometry and light code is what they give me, because they're coming from the 5D and above, which is a higher truth. That's 100% love and 100% truth realm is when you get to 5D. It's not in the 3D yet. It's not in the 4D quite, but 5D and above. So these little energy gifts that are the sacred geometry and the light code are coming from them. I give it to you over the phone, through the phone. So you'll hold out your hand and you'll put this little energy ball in your heart, because your heart is the most electromagnetic space in your body, even more so than your brain. So the energy goes there to your subconscious, so it can shift you for anything that you need. So whether it's physical, if it's something you're ready to clear, if it's ancestral, which often I get into the session and find out there's ancestral or something interfering in whatever issue you're having so that they can be healed. So it can be, it heals you on 5 levels: conscious, subconscious, soul, spirit, and DNA. So physical issues, ancestral is your DNA. Your soul is a higher aspect of yourself that's not contaminated. Your soul is a part of you that reincarnates over and over and carries the lessons that you're doing, repeating over and over again. And then your subconscious, we have very little access to that, but that holds all of our blocks and limiting beliefs. So it goes towards clearing those and repairing those in our body. And then your conscious, of course, that's what we are working with. But it can help shift you on any or all of those levels, depending on what you're asking for. So if you need help clearing something, letting go of something, you want to create something, you want to get closer to that destiny line of, the creation that's in your heart. If you want to bring back some gifts that you've lost, so it can be for everything. It just encompasses anything that you want. So it comes from the pure desires of your heart, and it's like making a wish. So when you have a session with me, you want to know what do you wish? If you could make a wish, you have all your spirit guides and angels here about you to help you and assist you. What sacred geometry and light code can they give you to help you fulfill your wish? And that's not an ego wish. That would be, stuff that's for your higher good and things that are pure desires of your heart. So we go like that, and then we just have a dialogue and we talk, and I read your energy, and I'll often get messages from your ancestors or the spirit guides that are working with you. So it's less of a fortune telling type of a reading and session. It's less of that than it is empowering you. So helping you step into your power.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are your prices so we can let people know that want to call in?
They're really affordable. It's $1 per minute for phone sessions, and I take PayPal, so it's really easy if you want to do. It's not good to be in the energy for more than 45 minutes so we don't drain it or deplete things. So 20 minutes can actually knock out quite a bit of work. So 20 to 30 minutes is really, and that's a really affordable price.
That's an amazing price. And so I guess I'm going to have to be making a call this week and set this up for me. I mean, that's an unbelievable deal. So that's exciting for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, because I know, listening to you, I know I would just love to have this conversation and work with you on some of my own stuff. So I can just imagine that, our listeners and people out there would just love to do the same thing. Sounds like you have some fabulous stuff that you're working with. And so that's your healing also, because you're using this energy, and that's the healing work you do, or is there something else in the healing part of it, or?
Well, for the Inca shamanism, sometimes I use it with crystal healing in tandem. If someone's in person and wants a crystal healing from me, I can often integrate the shamanic. But so I already have intuitive gifts, so that just benefits me when I'm inside the energy of reading people. So I don't know if that answered your question or not.
No, it's just, I know you're a healer too, and I figured you probably use that.
Yeah.
That's what you did, yeah.
To me, it's really gentle work, but it is super effective. It is never, even over crystal healing, I have found the Inca shamanism to be really, as far as really shifting a person's energy and helping them connect more with their heart and the blockages and the things that just get in our way and our hurts and our pains. That has just been the most effective, form of work that I've come across, and so I really resonate with it. And crystal healing is way beneficial too. I'm not even saying that there's one better than the other. I will just say, as far as gentleness and effectiveness and direct stuff, that shamanism is really wonderful. So.
Well, we work with a couple shamans that have been to the LFO experience before, and they've done some, preparation, opening, and closing ceremonies with us also. And it has made the experience just beautiful. Also,
yeah.
I know it's some amazing energy. So where did you become a shaman?
Here in Salt Lake City, my teacher, she came from Peru. Mm-hmm. And so her Inca lineage is traced back to Lemuria. And so back then, that particular lineage and bloodline of people, they're very gifted. She carries that giftedness that they had from back then, of being able to speak heart to heart. It's very heart-oriented, and it's very much love-centered. And so she has really amazing gifts, and she's been in Utah for a while, and finally offered up a program. I'd been studying with her for over a year before. She finally offered a program to, for people to become shamans. So, so I learned it there's a couple ways. You can inherit the gift or the tradition. You can go pay someone or an institution to learn it, or you can train directly with a shaman or someone already doing it. So that was my training, was with a shaman and the person in that direct lineage.
Oh, wow. Sounds amazing. So I guess you you operate the Living Light Institute for Energy Healing Arts?
Yes, that is my school, my energy healing school, where I certify people in crystal healing, and as soon as it gets a little further evolved, it will offer certifications for all different types of energy healing. So I have a big vision for that to grow into a much larger institution where people who know nothing about energy work and are starting to feel their call and their gifts awakening up. I want this to be a place where they can come and learn from the very simplest and basics of energy work and how to detect their own soul energy and how to develop their own gifts, to becoming certified, and if it's Reiki or EFT or any energy healing modality, it'll be a center that'll have classes and events and things like that eventually. But for now, we're starting out with the crystal healing certification program.
Okay. Where is that located?
It is located in Salt Lake, and it's not so much of a physical location as it is the institution of teaching. So I'm teaching out of my home or at other locations in town until enough revenue's been built up to have the actual location, standalone location.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I'll be traveling too. I'll be traveling to other cities to certify people as well, and doing teachings and trainings and things like that for people who want to get certified.
Okay. Well, we are planning on doing in Las Vegas a women's event at the end of April, and I guess when we meet in March, we can talk about maybe you might be interested in bringing some information there. I don't know.
Yeah.
We do it at our location for LFO Experience here in Las Vegas. We've been having it at a home in Mount Charleston, and it's a beautiful home that has the Virgin Mary that has appeared in the glass windows on the outside. Well, on the glass windows looking outside onto the mountain. It's an amazing place. So we are planning an event at the end of April, and maybe you could consider coming.
Yes, I would love to. Vegas is one of the places I wanted to start getting to try to expand the curriculum, or at least reach some other people. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, they are saying, a lot of the healers and people that we have been talking to, you are a Diksha giver, so I don't know how you say the name, Surya Bhagavan.
What was the last thing you said there?
Do you know who, the Diksha, the man who started Diksha? I'm probably not going to say his name right. Bhagavan.
Oh, Bhagwan. Yeah.
I probably said it wrong. He said, I guess, that Las Vegas was going to be one of the first places where people start opening up. It was going to be a big part in this new shift. And Las Vegas, he says, is one of the first. So, and I think it has been. This spirituality down here has just grown. There's so many people. It's just amazing, the stuff that's going on down here. I'm sure it is like that in Utah too, but it's pretty amazing here. I'm shocked. In Las Vegas, of all places, there's so much going on.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And you are also a Diksha giver. I guess I kind of mentioned that.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you want to talk anything about that? We are going to be doing Diksha at the LFO Experience, of course. Do you have anything you want to say about the Diksha, or?
Other than, I've had lots of friends who were Diksha givers for a few years, and they all were bothering me and pestering me to become a Diksha giver too. And so I finally, at the end of August last year, I became a Diksha blessing giver. And we have a really great little community here of several different trainers that have some really wonderful retreat weekends and things. And Diksha's been really wonderful it's really nice if you're just trying to get in touch with yourself. If you go to the blessing giver training here, they take typically 2 days, and you're able to go inward, and you're able to remember your wholeness and be given techniques and things that remind you, that you're beautiful and you're perfect as you are. And so they focus on these other wonderful things to help you get in touch with yourself. And I just love it. I resonate with things that come from India and the teachings of India and the mantras and the chanting, and so I resonate with all of that. So Diksha was really nice to be able to learn and to be able to pass that gift on, and that blessing to other people has been a gift in my life. So I encourage everyone to explore that, to open up, their crown chakras, to open up their heart, to become more in touch with oneness and remembering that we are all part of the whole. So it's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and that was kind of the one thing that as the LFO Experience vision came to me, was I knew that I had to be a part of it. Many other things come in, and other lessons and energies, like meeting you and having you come to the event and all that. That's all beautiful, but for me, the Diksha, for some reason, is a really great grounding for this experience that we're doing. And so it really resonates with me also. I also became a Diksha giver right around August last year, which is funny. That's when I was more introduced to it, was just around last year sometime, maybe in June. But I didn't become a Diksha giver till about August or September last year.
Wow.
So it's kind of coincidence there.
Yeah, yes.
So it's wonderful. Well, I really appreciate having you on the show today, and we are so looking forward to working with you.
Well, I am looking forward to it too. It'll be great to meet so many new people and be able to be part of a group that offers the love and the oneness experience. It'll be really nice.
Yeah, and well, it'll be on your Facebook page. It should be here shortly. If it's not, we will have the LFO experience that you can share with your friends and get the information out there soon. And they can also look this information up on LFOexperience.net. If people are out there listening and aren't on anybody's Facebook or whatever, they can look this up and see what wonderful presenters we're going to have. We're going to have people like you, Lori, and a bunch of others that are going to make this a beautiful day, and we can't wait. So I want to thank you again for coming on our show today.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to seeing everybody on the 22nd.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.